All right, we're live.
We're
Gentlemen,
live.
welcome.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you.
This is episode 2 of the podcast, I think now.
Yep, episode 2.
We kind of missed the one, but here we are. So yeah,
Wait, which one did we miss?
VIR.
VIR.
Oh, yes. Do you guys want to recap that in 5 minutes?
We could go like 10, 15 if you want, but go ahead. Let's start. Yeah, let's go back to VIR. Let's go back in history.
Go ahead, bro. It's all you.
Oh, geez. All right, give me a second. Let me think about this for a second. So VIR Friday, I believe was great. Had a good time. No issues. The car was good, correct?
No,
My memory served me. Oh, I
no.
have dementia. Then.
Friday
I'm
was the
very
all-nighter.
sorry. Was that Friday or was that Saturday?
Lo-
No,
long-
it was Friday.
Long story short, I'll start over. We were given the car last minute again. Didn't get the alignment ahead of time. Roe brought his
Man, I'm
BMW.
so
Also
sorry.
had a lot of work done the week of. We both needed alignments, corner balancing, you name it. So our cars were at the shop most of the day Friday, getting set up. By the time we got out on track, it was already like 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So we got out on track for like an hour beforehand. And then before you knew it, it was time for quali. We had Ryan go ahead and go out, start quali. And about 5 laps in, Wheel Hub decided to exit the chat. Wheel went bouncing down the track, to roller coaster, and that kind of ended our quali race, and began a very, very long night with the boys. Now I'll hand it over to you, Ro.
Okay, so after the wheel hub had broken, we kind of scrambled trying to figure out where to get it from. And lucky me, I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found one somewhere in North Carolina. I think it was Lexington or something, probably like an hour and a half away from the track. And me and my girlfriend drove there. And it was like this guy, he had like all these cool BMWs, and they were all like K swapped, turbo K swapped, E30s, E36s, E46s. Really cool stuff. Picked up the hub, drove it back. We got that put in the next morning, so we missed the beginning of that race. And then I'll give it back to you, TJ.
Also, after that, we needed a new brake rotor.
The most important part.
Yeah, we need a new brake rotor. So when the hub failed, it slammed onto the brake rotor at probably like 60 miles an hour, and it shattered the big brake kit AP rotor, which I did not have a full spare of. I had a spare ring, but not a spare hardware set. So also digging through Marketplace, we ended up finding someone who was willing to let us basically borrow and replace one of their rotors, full rotors. Issue was they were in DC. By the time we completely finalized the deal, it was 11 p.m. at night. So all 4 of us, me, Ro, Kyle, and Scott, all decided to hop in the car, Ro's BMW, and pretty much rotate all 4 of us throughout the night and into the morning so we could drive to DC and back. Round trip was what, like 9 hours?
9 hours? About
Yep, 9 hours. We did our little overnight endurance race.
Yep. 9 hours through the night, no sleep, just kind of napping in the backseat of a F80 BMW M3, which I don't know if any of you have ever done that, but low-key sucks.
Not comfortable at all.
With 4 grown-ass men in there. Yeah.
I had to lay on top of TJ to get a nap.
Yeah, 4 grown-ass men in there. And and then we're on our way back. It's probably, what, 6:30 in the morning, Ro?
Yeah.
When you were driving?
It's about 6:30, and I was doing, allegedly I was doing about 87 and a 60.
Great disclosure. Yes, allegedly is the key word.
Yeah, I don't think I was. I think I was doing 60 and a 60, but the cop maybe said something else. Don't really remember. Got a slight ticket, and he let us on our way. He was very nice, surprisingly for a Virginia cop. And we did the speed limit the whole way back to the track after that, which is another hour and a half.
Yep.
Got back to the track, got everything installed.
We pulled up on the formation lap, like we were driving over the bridge when the cars were on formation lap, right under us. Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Yep, and then we had to drive the car without brakes to the shop that's outside the VIR racetrack.
Sorry, we're watching you right now. So.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys were watching me. Oh,
sorry.
No kidding. I'm gonna reset.
Oh, I'm waiting for a setup from Stu. So.
So long story there is it got set up throughout the day. Hub installed, again another alignment, and we went. Or no, did we make? Or yes, so we went back out Saturday. I think I went
That's when
out.
I started.
Yes,
I
you're right.
that.
Yes. I think I did a couple discovery laps, gave it to you. You went out, did a couple discovery laps, and then Ryan went to get in the car. And all of a sudden, the car doesn't want to start on the pit lane. Ryan had a bad string of luck at VIR for sure. And yeah, we ended up, we had to bump start the car to get it to move. I didn't want to risk anything with all the changes. And again, the motor had just gone back in and retuned. So we decided to not attempt to bump start it on the pit lane, pull it off, start troubleshooting the issue. Another late night Saturday, troubleshooting electrical gremlins, and long story, right? Not really long story short, but Scott was pretty honed in trying to diagnose the starter issue and found one of the terminals was loose on the starter. And so he tightened that up and boom, car started right up. So we finished the rest of our wiring projects, changed some oil, ready to start the race Sunday morning, feeling really positive. It's been quite a defeating weekend, lots of little to no sleep. I think we got to bed at like 2 a.m. on Saturday to finally sleep. That 6 a.m. alarm clock rang so early Sunday. I don't think anybody wanted to get up. I ended up waking everybody up in the trailer just so we could get out onto pit lane. We got to grid Sunday. We were gonna have Roe start, so we're like, all right, Roe, you can go out. Go ahead and start the race. Race started strong Sunday, and then about 6 laps in, we had the other wheel hub fail. And I think it's turn 5, 4 or 5. So yeah, that completed our VIR weekend with 2 front hub failures, which are rare to begin with on an S2000, let alone 2 of them back to back. And that was our trip to VIR.
Yeah.
We went to Bussies.
We did go to Bussies.
What's Bussies again?
Bucky's.
Oh, yes, indeed.
We did go to Bucky's.
And what happened in the off portion of that?
Yep. So we got home. We had to order some new front wheel hubs,
new wheels,
bearings, new wheel. Yeah, replace wheels because wheels were bent. Tires, replace rotor rings, you name it. And got the car all back ready because the next race was Summit Point, which was this weekend. Because today is June 28th, and today was technically the last day of Summit Point's racing weekend with AER.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we showed up Friday morning, did our testing. I went out, everything was good. Ryan went out, did his testing, everything was good. And then Ro went out, and I'll let Ro continue with his experience.
So started as what I thought was a fuel cut coming out of turn 1 in Summit. So I looked down at the fuel gauge and said 0 for a second, which is pretty normal for the car because of like the sloshing in the tank. It doesn't read really well in the turns. So I let the fuel come back in. I'm like, all right, cool, keep pushing. Car already felt kind of slow to begin with, in my opinion, which made sense with the other changes. But I was like, okay, cool. So I go through 2, 3, and 4. And I'm coming down the hill, and I just hear a pop, and then another pop. And the rear end just locks up on me, and I just start sliding towards the wall. Luckily, I'm able to save it, do like a half 360, and then like another one, and bring it to a nice stop at the bottom of the hill. And yeah, we comes to find out there's a nice size hole in the bottom of the motor in cylinder 3, and yeah, that put us out for Friday. Right at the didn't even make it through practice.
Yep. So our big fish curse continues for the 2026 season, where we've taken 1 checkered flag out of the whole season, which is a terrible stat to have, but yet we continue to push on. And as Ro mentioned, that kind of ended our weekend. Again, new motor already has a hole in it. Rod completely separated in cylinder 3 and then slashed around the bottom end, so hit everything from the oil pan to cylinder walls to supporting brackets, you name it. Catastrophic damage, oil all over the place. As Ro mentioned, he did an amazing job saving the car. Also, luckily, it was on the intake side of the motor, so it didn't touch anything hot and nothing caught fire. So everybody was safe, unharmed. Just unfortunately another lost weekend.
Yes. I also want to mention that we're not going to sit here and blame, I mean, not that we are, but I don't want to blame either the tuner or the engine builder at the moment, just because we don't know what the final reason for this issue was. So as we diagnose that, we'll talk about that maybe in the next podcast.
Yep. We'll
update you guys.
We are still diagnosing sort of the root cause of what the issue was. We had made some changes. At VIR, we were seeing higher temperatures than we would like. However, they weren't dangerous. Like, they weren't catastrophic to where we shouldn't be running. They were just pretty much at the upper end of what anybody would want to see on a race car between oil pressure or oil temperatures and coolant temperatures. So before Summit, we added some air damming and added a new oil cooler radiator with a fan built onto it, which was super helpful. Temperatures at Summit Point were significantly better off and well within their windows of operating temps that we like to see. So temperatures were not an issue, which was nice. So we're still sort of trying to figure out what the root cause was. And the other call out is, we work with companies that back their work and sort of take responsibility when things happen. So we're still working with the tuner and the engine builder to diagnose the issue, and the engine builder has also promised to work with us and get us another motor built so we can be back out and on track racing as soon as possible.
Yeah. So Kyle, I think we're all caught up on VIR as well as Summit.
Summit Point. Yep.
Very nice. Sorry, I'm over here not driving very well either. I'm also not in the right car. So,
okay.
Yeah, they put the wrong BMW in here. So, we'll go back to watching TJ. Why is the radio on? I thought I turned it off. One moment here. How do I turn that off? There we go. I think that's it. Okay. What else do you guys want to talk about?
I guess changes since the last podcast, because originally there was a lot of talk about what the rest of our season looked like, and after Summit Point, as a team, we've also decided that's also changed now again with the changes, and clearly there's a greater need for testing and ironing out all of these changes that were made in the off season.
So what exactly is that going to entail?
Yep. So originally we talked about switching over to the Zenith series for the 2026 season because they added a ZR4 class, which we would be well classed for. With the reliability issues that we've experienced so far, we don't quite feel that the car is really ready or tested and tried and true yet with the new motor and setup. So what we're going to do is when new motor is finished, installing the car, retuned, Ro and I are going to just start going out to every track day that we can find that's local or even maybe not local, and just start really running through the car, making sure that we're not seeing any issues. We're going to start sort of implying data review after every single session, regardless of what it is. Just ensure parameters are all looking okay, nothing to be concerned with, because if we need to end and have something looked at or troubleshot in between, that could save a catastrophic failure, so be it. But before really dedicating to doing a Zenith series, the car needs to be, deeper testing needs to be done for sure. So that's sort of where we're at for this year. This year is going to end up being sort of a build test year, and the goal is to get out to 1 or 2 races this year and a lot of testing to dial things in.
That sounds exciting. I can't wait for testing.
Yeah, it'll be fun. There's a bunch of other stuff that we need to get done that has always been put on the back burner just because of the rush of getting to races this year. So now that we're calling that off, there's definitely a higher priority to getting those action items done, prior to returning to racing. But nonetheless, we'll be back, and the goal is to be still full-time racing with Zenith for the 2027 series or 2027 season.
Very nice. Very excited to just kind of do testing and kind of step back and slow down a little bit on handling what needs to get done for the car.
Yeah.
Get everything
Yes.
sorted. Obviously, some things are not sorted as much as we thought, and we're just gonna revise and retune everything that needs to be done so the car can be perfect as it was, and go back out there and attack the track again, just like we were trying to do this year, and hopefully have a better outcome.
Yep, that is the goal.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's really all I got, to be honest with you. Do you guys have anything else?
No, go with me.
That was about it. I mean, yeah, it was a pretty short weekend, obviously. 2 pretty short weekends.
Yeah.
So not much to, really fill in about. Not much exciting, but yeah, hopefully here soon, towards the end of this year, end of this season, we will be back out doing a lot of testing and hopefully make it out to 1 or 2 races this season. And we were talking about it earlier, me and TJ, and also you as well, Kyle. We were talking about doing Mid-Ohio at the end of October, which would be a
Yep.
good goal. It gives us like 2 to 3 months to sort, and then just test the car, make sure it's back to where it needs to be, and then hopefully put it through its paces one more time and get a good race result.
Yeah. Also happens to be a new track favorite of all of ours, I think, as well. It was our first time there last year, and I know all of us are quite excited to go back.
Yeah, Mid-Ohio was a great time last year for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.